Hey everyone, hopefully this is the last time I'm filming this. I filmed it like 2 or 3 times before this, but anyway, as you can tell, I am not at home. But also, I just really wanted to do this video, so unfortunately I won't be able to film too many videos while I'm here, but I just really wanted to film this one because it was on my brain. This is going to be a little bit of a switch up in my reading. It's kind of me completely throwing out my Dickens chronology project, and I don't mean throwing it out like I'm not going to read Dickens anymore and I'm not trying to read all of Dickens. I'm still trying to read all of Dickens, but I'm throwing out the chronology part. And the reason for this, I feel like, is a really legitimate one, and it makes me like, it's a good enough reason that it makes me feel okay about kind of throwing this monkey wrench in the works. And what it is I found a fantastic deal on this really great DVD set that I didn't even know existed, called Charles Dickens' Masterworks Collection, and this came out in 2009, and it is probably the most glorious DVD set I think I've ever heard about, and it includes the 2005 Bleak House, the 2007 Old Curiosity Shop, the 2007 Oliver Twist, the 2008 production of Little Dorrit, and then also the 1999 Great Expectations. And it's just so fantastic. And I found it was kind of weird because, like, this specific set, apparently there's a major manufacturing issue with this particular DVD set, and what it is anytime people buy it, a lot of times it will have scratches on some of the discs, and that's why Amazon can sell it so cheaply, because it's like $15 new, I think. So what I've done to kind of not necessarily ensure that I don't get one of these copies, but given myself a little extra insurance, I guess, is I bought it from a used seller who has already pre-checked every disc to make sure that they do play all the way through, and they have a return policy where if something is wrong with it, you can return it within 30 days. They have the same policy as Amazon, even though they're a secondary user, a secondary seller through Amazon. So yeah, hopefully this will work. However, I do want to double check this DVD set and make sure that it doesn't start skipping halfway through, because a lot of people, when they've said that they had problems with this set, they've said that it started out fine for every one of the discs, but like an hour into the adaptation, that's when it started skipping, and that it would skip large chunks of the story. So to make sure that I got an okay set, I want to watch all of these adaptations all the way through within this 30-day period, so I know that I don't have to return it. For Oliver Twist and Great Expectations and Little Dorrit, this is not a problem, because I just read Oliver Twist back in like April or May, as you guys know. So I've actually been looking for this adaptation. This is the adaptation that has Tom Hardy playing Bill Sikes, and Timothy Spall, I guess, plays Fagin, I think. And so that was really exciting that was the one that was included in this set. But yeah, so no problem watching that. And then for Little Dorrit and Great Expectations, even though I haven't read those books, I've seen the Little Dorrit miniseries all the way through, so I already know how it ends, and I've seen probably like 3 different adaptations of Great Expectations, so I know that story well enough to know how it ends, and also I don't feel like I need to read the book before I watch this adaptation, even though this particular adaptation I haven't seen before. So that leaves Bleak House and Old Curiosity Shop. I have seen Bleak House about halfway through, but I haven't seen the whole thing, and it's one where I really, really want to know what happens in the book before I see the end of the miniseries, or I guess like the last last like 2 to 4 episodes, because I don't remember how far I got exactly. And then for Old Curiosity Shop, I literally know nothing about that story except the synopsis. So I really want to read that book before I see that adaptation. So that kind of really throws a monkey wrench in this chronology project thing, because Bleak House was pretty far in his, or pretty late, I guess, in his bibliography. And then Old Curiosity Shop doesn't mess up things too much, because I was going to read that in November anyway, because that is actually his 4th book that he published. But yes, so kind of just throws a monkey wrench in the chronology part of this project. But that's okay, because I've just really wanted to read Bleak House for so long, and I'm really hoping that I can still, that I'll still be able to notice the writing differences and the differences in certain viewpoints on specific themes and like women in his novels. I'm hoping that I'll really be able to notice that difference without having to read in publication order. So hopefully that is true. So that's what I'm going to go for. At this point, I'm just going to read whatever Dickens book I want, whenever I want, and that will probably mean just reading all the ones that I own first, and then checking out the ones that I don't own from the library. So yeah, I probably will save Mystery of Edwin Drood for last, just because that is the last one that he published, and or the last one that was published, and it was published after his death because he died while he was still in the middle of writing it. So since that's like half of a novel, I probably want to read that last. So yes, and real quick, I just want to tell you guys, I'll probably haul the DVD, so you might hear this twice, but I just really quickly want to tell you guys about these adaptations. The 2005 Bleak House, as I said, I saw half of it, and I am so excited about being able to watch the whole thing, because this cast, you guys, oh my gosh, this cast is so beautiful. Gillian Anderson plays Lady Dedlock. Michael Gambon plays Lord Dedlock. I forget the guy who plays Nemo. I know I've seen him before, but I don't know his name. Charles Dance plays Judge... oh gosh. Something Horn, Tulkinghorn, maybe? Not Tulkinghorn. I don't remember the judge's name, but he's evil. But Charles Dance is wonderful, and he is super good at being evil. For those of you who don't know who he is, if you've seen Game of Thrones, Tywin Lannister. And he is just so good at being evil. And I love his acting so much. And also, who else is in it? Anna Maxwell Martin plays Esther Summerson, and she's one of my favorite actresses. And then Carey Mulligan, another one of my favorite actresses, plays Ada Clare. And then Nathaniel Parker is also in it, but I forget the name of his character, but I do remember his character is quite... I don't know, just really interesting, I'll say. But yeah, so amazing cast, so I'm very excited to rewatch that. Little Dorrit is so wonderful. It's one of the best miniseries I've ever seen. It's probably in my top 5 miniseries of all time, and it has Claire Foy as Amy Dorrit, Matthew McFadden as Arthur Clennam. Who else? Tom Courtenay, I believe, plays Amy's dad. I think it's Tom Courtenay. I'll have to double check. Russell Tolfoy plays the jail warden's son, and I want to say Rupert Evans plays Amy's brother, but I might be totally wrong on that. I'll have to double check, and I will put that in the description when I post this video. If I'm wrong, if I'm right, you guys know that that's him, but if I'm wrong, I'll put it in the description. And then who else? I want to say the name of the woman who plays Mrs. Clennam is Judy Parfitt, maybe? I forget. And I've also seen the two actors who play Mrs. Clennam's housemaid and like butler slash valet slash assistant. But I don't remember their names, but I know I've seen them before. So that also has a glorious cast. And then Old Curiosity Shop stars Derek Jacobi. I used to say Jacobi, but my grandmother says Jacobi, and she says that's how it's pronounced, so I'm not totally sure. But anyway, he plays the grandfather in Old Curiosity Shop, and there's a couple other really good people in that I'm forgetting right now because I haven't actually seen it, so they're not kind of permanently in my brain yet. For Oliver Twist, Timothy Spall plays Fagin, and Tom Hardy plays Bill Sikes. So it'll be really interesting because I've seen him in quite a few roles where I did not like the character, but I just love him so much. So we'll see how he makes me feel about Bill Sikes. Because I really, really don't like Bill Sikes, and you're not really supposed to. Like, he's a very interesting villain, but he's still, like, a serious villain. So yes, really looking forward to that adaptation. And then for Great Expectations, I've seen several adaptations of Great Expectations, but just not this one. This has Charlotte Rampling as Lady Havisham, and Ion Grafeud. I don't know how you pronounce his first name, so if you guys do know how you pronounce his first name, please let me know down in the comments. But anyway, he is in Forsyte Saga and 102 Dalmatians and Amazing Grace. He is a completely... Oh, and he's also Mr. Fantastic in the original Fantastic Four film that came out like 10 years ago. But he's just wonderful, and I really, really like him. And also Justine Waddell plays Estella in this version, and I don't really like the character of Estella from... Actually, I don't like any of these characters from any of the adaptations that I've seen, but I really like the actors who play them. And Justine Waddell, I really like. I've seen her in Dracula 2000 and Wives and Daughters, and I really want to see her adaptation, or the adaptation that she's in of Tess of the D'Urbervilles. So yes, that just has a really good cast, and I'm really looking forward to that. And I think that's all of them. Did I talk about all 5? I think I did. So yes, this is just a DVD set that I'm very excited for, and you guys may hear that whole cast list of all of these adaptations again when I actually haul the DVD set, because I'm sure I'm going to show it to you guys. But yeah, I'm just really excited about this, and I'm excited that this DVD set has given me an excuse to kind of switch around my Dickens reading a little bit. So really, I think I was kind of rooting to not read Dickens in chronological order, even though I was very excited about the prospect in the beginning. But anyway, so yes, very excited about this project. Let's count how many times I've said the word excited in this video. Probably a lot. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. I'm sorry I took so long with this video, but I just really wanted to talk about all of these actors and everything that are in these adaptations, because it's wonderful. So again, let me know what you guys think. And I just wanted to give that little announcement, and I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.